Alright, good morning kids. Still early here in LA. It's a quick view of our place, the balcony in downtown LA. We're heading over to the convention center in about an hour, but I still had a couple things I needed to talk to you about before you guys get started today. So today is going to be our day to really start to look at photo criticism. And like every assignment, we're going to go ahead and start with doing some vocabulary. So you kind of know the process. Just get together with your group of 5 and then start to break up the words. Have the sub put 15 minutes on the timer, and then that way you guys can start to break down the words, do your analogies, do the visual mnemonics. Once the timer's up, make sure that you've taken a picture of it. Go ahead and post it directly to your website. Create a new page called Photo Criticism, and then get together with your groups. Take 5 or 10 minutes, whatever time it takes, so that you guys can each share what it is that you learned and kind of compare. Some of the words are very similar, so see if you can pick up on some of the nuances of the difference between those. And then the projector, should be connected, so just get the projector turned on. Just push the button once, that'll turn it on. Everything should be plugged in. Just turn on the Elmo, zoom in a little bit so it fills the frame. And then one from each of the groups, go ahead and volunteer to share out with the group as well, to the whole class. Once the vocab's done, then you guys are going to start to work on the next phase. So the next thing we need to look at is this. It's some questions, but I want to do it in a slightly different way. So stay with your group of 5, and you're going to break up the questions. So I believe there's 6 questions. So what I want you to do is each of you take one of those questions. So break up 1 through 5, and then the last question I want everybody to do where you're doing a comparison. So you're going to pick 2 photographs, one of this guy Richard Avedon and one of these photographers that are listed in that section. So this way you're only responsible for having to answer one of the questions, because the reading is really a little bit denser than what we're used to. It's from a college text called Describing Photographs. And so we're just looking at this one chapter. Just like before, it's a lot of text, so you might want to go in and zoom in a little bit, Command +++ on the keyboard, just so that and find the highlighted section, so it'll say, describing form, or whatever that section is. So make sure that you look at that part and then only read that section, answer the question. It comes directly from that part of the text. And then once each of you guys have had some time to answer those questions, then get together with your group and then share out what those answers were. So kind of just explain what that part was, and then also each look at your different examples. In that list of photographers, I would look at people like August Saunders. I think there's people like Matthew Brady or Edward Curtis. Some of them are people like writers, so it might say like Capote, or it might say I can't remember, Steinbeck, right? So you're probably not going to be able to compare with those ones. So try to find ones that are photographers or artists. It might have somebody like Georgia O'Keeffe. She's a painter from the Southwest, so there's similarities to the work of Richard Avedon. And then the final thing is the questions that are after that. So there's a second set of questions. Those are a lot more user-friendly. They're from Eric Kim. So go ahead and answer those ones on your own. It's about giving an online critique. Those ones should just take a few minutes. And then I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about Richard Avedon. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in a separate video. That way you can do it directly as you're getting ready to, start those questions. Okay? So I'll be back in just a second.